Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a review and comparison on the Naked2 palette from Urban Decay and the original Naked palette. So the Naked2 palette was recently released, I think like last month, or not last month, because last month was December, or maybe it was last month, I don't really know, but not that long ago on urbandecay.com, and they only had like 3,000 in stock. And my mom was one of the first people to actually get this because I got this for Christmas and it sold out in like 3 hours. They did come back with it in stock. It is at Sephora right now, I know that, and it should be in Sephora stores. I'm not like positive on any of that stuff. But yeah, so now anybody can get it. Originally you could only get it if you lived in the US, because I guess only people from the US can order from urbandecay.com. Not really sure, but I guess that was the deal. So anybody can get the Naked palette now. The Naked palette had a lot of problems, like I guess they didn't make enough and it was always really hard to get it. I got mine back in March or April because they finally had it back in stock, so I got it as soon as I could. But yeah, I didn't have any trouble getting this because my mom got it. So I just wanted to show you guys kind of how they compare, like which one you need or which one you would want. Just kind of show you guys what I think about them because I do have an opinion on them. So I'm going to start off by showing you all the shades in the Naked palette. So I'm sure you all have seen the Naked palette. It consists of light to really dark shades, and they're all more on the warm toned more on the warm tone side, if you know what I mean. So they all have like kind of golden undertones, well, except for those two obviously. But here are the shades. We have Virgin, which is kind of a light pearly shade. Sin, which is kind of a nice champagne shade. I love that eyeshadow. Then we have Naked, which is a light matte brown. Sidecar, which is kind of a light champagne-y taupe glittery shade. It definitely has a lot of glitter in it. Then we have Buck, which is kind of a reddened mid-tone brown. Half Baked, which is a really bold kind of gilded bronze. That's how I like to say it, I guess. Then we have Smog, which is a golden brown shade. Dark Horse, I think. Yeah, Dark Horse, which is kind of like an olivey brown with some golden shimmer in it. Then we have, Toasted, which is like a mid-tone plummy brown. Hustle, which is a dark plummy brown. Creep, which is a dark black with some silver shimmer in it. And Gunmetal, which is kind of a blue-toned dark silver. So it only has 2 matte shades in this palette, which is kind of like people weren't too happy about that because they wanted a matte highlight shade. So the highlight shade, which I said is Virgin, looks like that. And this, I mean, honestly, it's not that bad because it's not, although it's not matte, which I actually prefer, it's not super shimmery. It's more of just like kind of a pearlescent color, if you know what I mean. It doesn't really have shimmer. Like a shimmery shade, I would say, would be like Half Baked or Smog, and then a glittery shade would be Sidecar. So overall, I think this is a great palette. I mean, I honestly don't know where I was without this palette when it came to eyeshadow because I use this seriously like every day over the past few months that I've had it, or more than a few months. But however, I feel like I never really used these shades much just because they're so dark, and for me, I don't really like wearing that dark of shades. I like the lighter, more subtle shades or cool tones or taupes and stuff like that. But these were a little bit dark for an everyday look for me, so I didn't get much use out of those. It's probably why I kind of forgot the names all the time. But I really like this palette. Some of the shades are kind of warm to wear on an everyday basis. That's really my only complaint, and the dark shades. But overall, I think this is a great palette. I definitely recommend getting it, and it was $48, I believe, US money, or US dollars, so it was $48. It also came with a baby primer potion, which I don't have anymore, and then it comes with this Good Karma brush. I use it for cream eyeshadow, that's why it's kind of dirty, but it's a really nice brush. It's just kind of a flat, stiff, synthetic brush. And now onto the Naked2 palette. So the Naked2 palette is encased in like this metal champagne color, and then the lettering is brown, and it's so pretty. I like it a lot more than this because I feel like this kind of gets dirty easily, and if you travel with it a lot it can get banged up pretty easily. And the this one clamps shut, and so like with the Naked palette it only has a magnet, so you know, kind of unfortunate, but I think this is a really good traveling palette. Also, the mirror on this is a lot bigger than the Naked palette, so it's a lot easier to do your makeup in this. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the shades. So it comes with Foxy, which is kind of a matte, like yellow cream shade. Half Baked, which is the repeat in the palette, and it's kind of a nice golden shade. Booty Call, which is a really light champagne shade. It's another highlight color in this palette. Oh, and Foxy is matte, by the way. Then we have Chopper, which is a really pretty sparkly rose gold shade, and I'm blending, you guys. Then we have Tease, which is a mid-tone plummy brown shade. Snakebite, I believe. Yeah, Snakebite, which is kind of a cooler, like, if this makes sense, like a cooler dark brown, well, not super dark, like medium dark brown with some golden shimmer. Then we have Suspect, which is one of my favorites. I had this in a different palette and I loved it, and this is a cool bronze shade. This is Pistol, and this is kind of a medium dark silver shade, but I think it's still wearable to wear on your lid and stuff. Then I have Verve, which is kind of, it's hard to explain. It's like a white kind of, not a white, a really light platinum kind of color. It's right there. Then I have YDK, which is a light taupey shade. Busted, which is a really dark plummy taupe, and Blackout, which is a matte black. So if you notice, they have three matte shades in here, which I really like because they have something that you can wear as a brow bone color, something I like to blend out for the like my crease shades, and then something that's a little bit darker and something that you could use like as a liner and stuff. So yeah, overall I actually kind of like this one better because I tend to wear those light to medium cool tone shades. This has kind of a lot of taupier colors, which I personally love taupes. They're my favorite shades to wear ever. And it's just a lot more cool toned than the original Naked palette. I'll go ahead and compare them. That's what they look like. They're definitely a lot different, even though they kind of look the same. But yeah, I feel like all of these shades I could see myself wearing every day. I mean, even Blackout, I could wear that as a liner or something. My hair is going to die today. It's bugging me so much. Okay. But anyways, I love Blackout. I think that's a great shade for liner and also to just smoke out any colors. So yeah, overall, I love both of the palettes. I think they're great. I will have some like swatches up maybe if I remember. But yeah, overall, which one would I recommend? For me, I like the Naked2 a little bit better, so if I had to decide between like which one I wanted, I would choose the Naked2 because I just like it better. But it all depends on like your skin tone, what shades you prefer, like how dark you want your eyeshadow to be, because I know a lot of people like this more because they have the dark shadows in it, but a lot of people like this because it has cooler tone shadows, and they felt like some of these shades were a little bit too warm for them. So yeah, do you need both? Of course you don't need both, you don't need makeup, but I personally wanted both, and I mean, I think it's kind of nice to have both so I can show you guys them and just let you guys know what I think, and I'll definitely be doing some tutorials with this. And yeah, I guess that's it. By the way, this one is $50. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. It was a lot. I tried filming this yesterday and it was like over 15 minutes long. I don't know what I was doing in that video. But yeah, oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention what the Naked2 palette comes with. It just comes with a duo-ended brush, comes with this nice fluffy crease brush, which I actually really like because I kind of have a smaller crease and lid area. I don't have a lot of space between my lash line to my brow bone, so I have to be really careful, and this is really nice because it's a smaller brush and it's the perfect size for crease colors. And then it comes with kind of a smaller brush that you could use like for your inner corner highlighter stuff, or even like cream shadows. That's what I use it for, and my hair is all tangly. And then it comes with this Lip Junkie lip gloss in Naked, and this is kind of a neutral coral nude color. It's kind of like a My Lips but better. It says it's supposed to cool and plump. I feel more of a cooling sensation, and it's not like a burning, tingling sensation. It's just cooling, and I don't know if it plumps. I don't think it did for me, but if you're into that stuff, you might want to try this out. I don't know. So yeah, that is finally the end of this review and comparison. I will try to get some pictures. If I don't, I'm sorry, but I think you could probably find like a billion pictures of these online. So yeah, that's it, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye!